Right, I'm with Dr. John Evans and State Representative Angela Williams, who just gave a presentation on school choice and charter schools. One Republican, one Democrat working together here in Colorado. Quite a presentation.
Thank you.
It was. I thought it was a great presentation.
Now, I want to start with you, Representative Davis, and I should point out you're running for the state Senate. You talked about the importance of having everyone at the table at the start in order to get bills passed. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Well, as I said in the presentation, it's better to have all interested groups at the table when you start the conversation, because it can really cause a lot of dissension if you don't bring everyone to the table up front. And then secondly, when you're trying to pass a piece of legislation, someone might come up and say, well, we weren't a part of the conversation, and legislators will listen to that. Why didn't you listen to this issue? Why didn't you listen to this one? And so I think that's smart stakeholding up front. Now,
Dr. John, on that same subject, to what degree do national groups end up being part of the conversation? Because obviously you're worried about what's going on here in Colorado, but this is an issue that a lot of national groups have an interest in. How do you balance the national groups' issues and their political needs to what you can get passed here in a state?
Well, first of all, you have to listen very carefully to what the national groups are saying. Sometimes it'll align with what we want to do in Colorado, sometimes it won't. There are several conversations that are going on at the national level, particularly with troops to education. That's an important issue. So you listen to those, you see what issues are going to really help locally, and then you get behind them and try to help them out.
All right, in terms of the successes you've had, what are the lessons you've learned legislatively and practically from the school choice fights that you've been in? Let me start with you, Representative Williams.
What I've learned is this is a very passionate subject, and it should be, and trying to understand everyone's views on how we implement and move our schools and our curriculum forward. And I think the biggest learning for me is I didn't realize that this was such a complicated and polarizing subject when it comes to education and getting both sides of the aisle and even those in your own party to work on it.
Dr. John, on the same subject.
Stakes are very high for children. 2 failing teachers for 1 child means that child will never recover academically. So that's a major issue. And we have 1/3 of our school teachers, 1/3 of our schools in Colorado are low performing, are failing. And that makes it a personal issue for me, and one that I'm totally dedicated to help remedy.
And you said something that just struck me, that you would not allow your kids to go to failing schools. And for that line alone, I want to give you a chance to plug your campaign since you're running for state senate.
Yes, I'm State Representative Angela Williams. I'm running for Senate District 33 in Colorado, and I'm the Democratic nominee, and I'll be your champion for our kids and for all school choices.
And Dr. John, to plug yourself, since to be equal time here?
Well, I'm running a statewide program to make a difference in the quality of teaching and principals in the state, and I'd appreciate any support for that effort. We're working on non-traditional people to bring non-traditional people into the classroom and as leaders and principals.
Dr. John Evans and Representative Angela Williams, thank you so much for your time, and thanks for the presentation. Very interesting.